はい、ただいまです。はい、では続いてのゲーム、マリオ&RPG、ペーパーマリオミックス、2% ですね。2%。さっきちらっとコメント、チャットで見えたのは、壊れてるらしいですね。あ、はじめまして。はい。で、今回、マリオ&RPG、ペーパーマリオミックス、ビットの方ございまして、あ、ごめんなさい。マイク殴っちゃった。グリッチエキシビションといったビットが達成されているようですよ。グリッチエキシビション？エキシビションで合ってる？怒らないで。怒ってないです。大丈夫です。合ってる？ありがとうございます。ペーパージャム。具体。すいません。ごめんね、マイク。怒ってないよ。はい。でペーパーマリオミックス。まあ、私、マリオ&RPG、マリオ&ルイージ RPG、結構好きな方なのでね。続編やモデルは本当なんですよね。結構好きな作品なんですね。怒ってないよじゃなくて結構好きな作品で、初めてやったのがあれですね、DS で出た2ですね。2もやったし、3もやったし、4もやった。去年あたりに私、3のデラックス版買いましたね。2はあれやっぱ怖いところがやっぱ多いですよね。どれも名作。アルファドリームさん。そうなんですよね。やっぱ2はすごかった。2は怖かったですよね、やっぱ。アルファドリームちゃんが行きたいの。3はやっぱ逆に明るめでしたよね。結構シリアスなところもあったけど、やっぱ。ラストバトルのテンション上がるの分かります。私めっちゃ大好きなんですよね。3は熱いですよね。3ですよね。曲名、多分ラストバトルだったらインザファイナルですね。で、通常ボス戦が確かちょいと強い奴らに要注意だった気がしますけれど。あ、始まりましたね。
Hey everyone, it's GigaDB, and I'm here with my commentator Allegro.
Hello.
そうですね、下村さんですね。
And we're about to show off Mario and Luigi Paper Jam any percent.
ペーパージャム。
It is a very broken
やっぱこのマリオ&ルイージ RPG のこのファイル選択いいっすよね。
Yeah, are we ready for a countdown?
俺初代だけやってないんですよね。
In 3, 2, 1.
あれですよ、インザファイナルは下村さん。作曲ですね。
Alrighty, here we are. So,
はい、グッドラック。
Just gonna mention that cutscenes in this game usually have a fast forward button, so I'm gonna be holding R throughout them. It's very nice. I guess it's the second best thing to just being able to skip cutscenes. It is a little awkward because I have to hold R and then mash A and B on a 3DS for text. So I kind of tilt my 3DS. You can see it's like this is how I hold it.
持ってますね。
Get my fingers in the right place. So, just a little bit about this game. This game I guess it kind of flew under the radar a bit.
デラックスだよね。3のリメイク買ったんだけど、初代やってないから買ってなかったなと思ったんですけど、後で買おうかなとは思ってますね。
And I guess a little bit of a disclaimer, some people think this game is pretty bad. I really
本当は
like
立体視もできますね。
it, even though it has some not so good parts. But just also
まともに戦わないチャート。ストーリーわかんないな。
So yeah, that's I guess a brief introduction to this game. We do have
バーチャルバイオ引きずるのやめましょう。
So we can talk a little bit more about, I guess.
トラスバトルに勝利、勝敗問わず。へ
Just
ー。
like a little bit of history about how the run progressed is that we actually like had glitch hunters who break other Mario RPG titles such as Thousand Year Door and like really tall and solidified gaming. They completely busted open this game like almost immediately after release. And actually this game released a little
そうだよね。RPG1 時間ってそうだよね。考えてみたら。
got their hands on their copies early and broke this game wide open. And I remember getting this game, looking forward to messing around with the glitches. So this just gives you a little bit of history about it.
Yeah. So it was pretty much a wild ride from day one.
通常 RTA 本来1時間。へー。1時間はやめてあげて。
But yeah,
1時間っていうのはありえないからね。
there's just a
いや、そんなこと言い出したら終わったらダメだめ。怒られる、怒られる。
seeing a
すい
lot
ませ
of
ん。
glitches, some that were started from. You'll see some that were found pretty early on, but most of those have kind of gone away. We've really developed the route in the past few years.
Yeah, and I think this game is pretty fun to mess around with and experiment with, so that leads to a lot of things being found. So I guess just a brief overview if you've never seen this game before is we have the story is just basically Luigi knocks over a buck, as you saw in the intro, knocks Paper Mario's world into the Mario and Luigi world. That's pretty much all you have to know about the story, really. It's pretty simple. And then eventually Peach gets kidnapped, you save her, it's a Mario game.
すげえ、ほんとだ。
So, yeah.
コラボしてる。す
We
げ
do have a
え
little。bit of time for donations if they're any at the moment.
Absolutely. We have $25 from Ray Wakes saying, my husband and I have been watching GDQ for years together, and this year he's away for military training, so it's just me and our cats enjoying the fun. Thanks for always having such amazing events and for continuing the tradition during this difficult time. Let's get some hype!
Hype?
一元に浮気する瞬間。
From Keith180 saying good luck to all the runners.
Alright, so we're gonna get into our first Paper Toad mission. If you played this game before, you'll know that this game is absolutely littered with them. You have to do a bunch of them to progress. I believe, like, yeah, casually you have to save around 200 Paper Toads. Luckily, we do not have to save that much
寝てるやつ
in
い
the
る。
speedrun, but we do have to do this one.
Yeah, this is. I believe we only have to complete
おられてる。
Paper Toad missions in total for this run.
And one of them is technically optional, but it's
ラ
faster
ス
to
ト
do
の
it, so.
まともなミニゲームプレイだって。
But yeah, the game's about to kind of break wide open right after this, but you'll see
逆にこれ
this.
どうやって壊すんだろう、こういうゲーム。
Yeah. Just finishing up here.
ええ。
And we have time for a couple more donations.
Absolutely. Old Hoovian contributes $100
まだ
to
まとも。
Doctors Without Borders, saying, I can't believe it's Wednesday already. This donation is going towards the Resident Evil 3 remake because I don't want to see SGDQ any percent. I want to see SGDQ
それでアクション要素もある。そういう
100%.
こと
Can we get a
か。
$5 hype train?
なるほどな。
Also $30 from Vanessa122 saying, did I hear a train? Choo choo! All aboard for Resident Evil 3.
エンディングかな。まだ5分ですよ。
So I guess we're gonna get to our first instance of breaking the game open. I do have to turn something on quickly. I'm gonna turn easy mode on. It doesn't make a huge difference in this run.
イージーモードをオンにしますね。
So you just opt to use it. And here you're gonna see some magic of this game.
4の時も思ったけど、ずっとチッピーいるの。なんかしてる、なんか悪いことしてますね。あれあれあれ
Paperclip. I like to call it jam Luigi into walls sometimes. So yeah, this game doesn't have walls. You can just kind of go through them. It's a very nice feature.
Yeah. Some keen eyes might notice that Giga did that after the Toad mission. The only reason he does that after the fact is because the loading zone does not exist on the during the Toad mission, but that's definitely not going to be the case for these Toad missions.
それにひしゃげてるクリボーかわいいな。
So here we're gonna get to our first tutorial battle. We might notice some familiar battle music. I'm actually gonna hear this one.
まともな戦闘。まだまとも。
Even though it does change later.
Yeah, this is a good old Superstar Saga. But yeah, the Goomba fights are pretty standard. It's just jump. That's literally.
へえ、倒れる瞬間に色抜けるんだ。
Yeah, and just make sure you hit the
すげえ。
here. That's basically it.
あ、これ初代なんだ。初代の BGM なんだね。
The next section is Sunbeam Plains. Gonna be doing some more really interesting stuff.
I guess just a quick notice. I'm playing on the English version. As you can see, like
これザ・ジャイアントの
doesn't really matter for text at all.
ザ・ジャイアントのリメイクじゃないこの
There's
曲。
a slight stat difference, but it really doesn't matter. Like between English and JP.
すごいなんか可愛い中身確かに。
But like even level up anyway, so it's just a little weird. But for speedrun, defense doesn't really matter anyway. Like,
Yeah, Mario and Luigi games tend to have
自分とかでやめろ
changes between the English and Japanese release, and it's just
いや、炎はまずいですよ。
But like Giga said, it's gonna be stats for this game. Some other games, it's
ね、
like
可愛いよね。
I want to say that stats are a little bit different in Superstar Saga as well.
yeah, there's no roulette wheel to increase stats a little bit extra, so stats are really consistent in this game.
Yeah.
クッパ姫は笑うわ。
So yeah, another.
確かにね、当時結構好きでいろいろね、漁ってたけども、一次元ってもう、それ。
Yeah, teaching us how to counterattack specifically, which I don't know.
神の方。
In the first fight, but we got what we got. Something to note is that easy mode is actually turned off because there's a short tutorial on.
そんなアシストなんてあるのすごくね。
here too, which you can only get when easy mode is off, so it forcibly turns it off for this fight. And also, turn order is like really random here.
線ですね。
Weird in this game.
Nice lucky.
There's so much.
やめて、やめて。虚無。
Alright, I got the tutorial fights out of the way, and now you're gonna see some more magic.
やめましょうね、そうそう、この話題。さすがにやめよ
Yeah, this clip
う。また抜けんの
weird sometimes, but
ああ、ああ、
very
ああ。
interesting. You're about to see Giga.
どっから出てくるのそっから
Yeah, Mario and Luigi are Jesus, although they walked on water in the previous clip too. So we're gonna go over here and get Bear Boots DX, which is a
なんでそんなスルッと抜けんのね
until much later. It'll help speed up some fights.
ああ、ああ、ああ。まあなんかまたしそうなね、これ。
Really cooperating.
Oh. Yeah, this clip can be a little finicky.
え
Yeah, I played it a little risky there, like not quote unquote risky, I guess. Just tried to be a little fast on it, but Luigi wasn't in the perfect position to start. So. And now we're actually on the part of West Sunbeam Plains that you don't get to until much later in the game. So we're gonna go to a Electric Center that you normally don't have access to yet, and I'm gonna equip the bear boots first.
本来はペーパーマリオを仲間にしてから来るところなんだね。
For these fights, because he's going to try and do first strike, and that should try and kill the whole set, but it's going to be complete RNG.
Yeah. Now there's this like weird flat guy that is suddenly behind us now. I don't know where he came from, but
いや、これはすごいわ。
he's just here now.
He's trying
そ
to
ん
lose
あ、なんかいるんだけど。 なんかさらっといるんだけど。
It's good RNG. So yeah,
Hiya.
These encounters that I have to do are luck and what actually appears in the fight. We want all Goombas because then the fight ends instantly, like you saw there.
なんかさらっと後ろにいますね
a。set where it'll be like, I believe it's just paper paratroopers, and that will, I think it'll slow down the fights by around 2 turns, somewhere around there.
Yeah, some people call these Goomba fights the true final bosses of this game, but it's obviously just RNG, kill your run.
Yeah. Absolutely no significance to that statement, though.
Yeah.
ああ、縦になっててちょうどね。
I think I got the first try. No. Alright, this is gonna be a little slower then.
Ooh.
なんか3次元と混ざってるの本当面白いなこれ。
Unfortunately, you can't run from Ted Mission fights for
なんで
whatever
結
reason.
託してんの
Yeah, this game is
増えたらくっついて復元できなさそう
brutal
やめてあげて
when it comes to that.
Like he actually did matter.
Lucky's always come in and save the bacon.
ああ、そういうこと
Yeah. So this is the slower fights. Even if I did get the first strike, I would have had to kill the paratrooper slowly.
Yeah, because they're all stacked and
しわしわになる。あれなんか、
there's a bunch of paratroopers that you have to kill in the
なんか重い
process.
ものでこうなんかぴったりこうやっとくときっちりこう綺麗に
The only
乾く
reason
ら
we're
しいけど
actually
ね。
doing this
あの本とかに水かけた後とか、
is to get the
なんか
dash
紙
talks.
挟んで
So even though
こ
the
う
dash talks
辞書とか
take
重いもの
upwards
載
of
せた
like
りすると
3 minutes to get, they say
ちゃんと
to
綺麗に
everywhere because you can run
なるよって
with them.
なんか聞いたことあるな。
It's actually faster, but I think only if you get perfect RNG, but it also just makes the run way more fun and entertaining to watch, so kind of works out.
お、すげえ。
Yeah, it'll
この
be
ね
really fun to
BGM
watch
もいいよ
once
ね。
it gets to
あの、
West-
なんか新しいも
West
の、
Woods.
スキルとかなんかゲットしたときに
It's
流れるこの曲いいよね。ストップ
But yeah, this is the basically the tutorial introducing you to the slide mechanic, but we're really not going to use this at all beyond this tutorial.
Alright, went right through him, cool. The slide mechanic is definitely really good. Not bad at all.
Totally not messed up. Anyway,
前菜ね。
Alright.
Hiya.
Too much time.
ズザ
but yeah, this slide mechanic's exclusive to Toad missions, and you normally aren't supposed to use it outside of these missions, but
ーちょっと耐性性あ
there
る
are
んだ。
ways to get around that. So nice
So I guess
entrance.
we can talk a little bit about how clips
ちょっと
work a
足は
little
動
bit.
いてんのにね。
Um,
手は動いてないね
run。against the wall and you start like vibrating against it, then you know you can always clip Mario and Luigi pretty much guaranteed. And all you have to do is just like do soft taps and inch your way into the wall in a certain manner. But now you're gonna see when we have Paper Mario, things get a little bit more complicated. So we have to deal with him a little differently.
へー。あれあれ
Yeah, Giga's gonna have to tap. I believe it's up and then just
あれ
just
Are
slide
they?
so many times and then back down.
ちょっとマップよ
Wall open and he
左上の上画面のマップがすごいことになってるけ
You're
ど
actually- Yeah, we're clipping back to the side that we're supposed to be on and also skipping the boss of this area in the process. Now we're gonna do another clip. So now, and that's
あ、またですか
like, be able to clip Paper Mario and like without a corner, you can just kind of rub him against the wall and he'll clip. But here, we're gonna do something a little different.
Yeah, Giga's gonna be trying to get Mario and Luigi in, but he's gonna leave Paper Mario out. Though he can get lucky and get Paper Mario clipped in all the way, but it's really difficult to do that.
Yeah, so by making Paper Mario jump up here, for whatever reason, when Paper Mario's on a different plane, it lets us detach from him. So now we can just walk around here and enter the desert early, which skips a lot more things than Papercraft, which is probably my least favorite part of this game, casually. And you can see Paper Mario is trying his best in his own way right there.
普通にプレイしてる。確かにね、なんか、抜けちゃいそうだよね。あれ
But yeah, the Papercraft fights are stupidly slow, but you will see them in the no IBG category. But yeah, I'd recommend go watch a no IBG run because
数も2倍だね。
fights alone is interesting.
ペーパーのハンマーブロスかわいいね。
We have to do Papercraft, but
順応してんね。
cutscene here, so have some time for a couple donations.
Absolutely. $25 from Metman saying Paper Jam took me forever when I played it. I can't believe GigaDB can beat this in under an hour. Can't wait to
あ、
see
キャン
what I
プ
was
に壁
doing
抜け
wrong.
判定とかある
It's a
んだね
great。run.
You see, what you were doing wrong is you were thinking that there were walls there when there actually
ペ
were.
ーパーみんな可愛いよね。あれなんかいつの間にか捉えられてんだ
You
が
can just go through it.
順応しすぎ
Josh
じゃない
donates $10 and says, "Thank you for hosting this event. Despite everything happening in the world right now, this is a much-needed distraction. It's been a joy to watch so far. Good luck to all the runners and keep up the hard work."
順応してんな。
So yeah, also if you notice in the cutscene, Peach got kidnapped somehow. We're not really paying attention, but you know we're just going. And both Peaches, even though Paper Peach can in fact escape the cage, as you saw. Proves that 2D
そうですね、今ちょっとトラブル発生だと思うんですけれど、今、名前が出ない状況になっております。
Which is not going to be used, though it would be used a lot in the no IBG category.
Yeah, it's a pretty good attack to use if you can mash. So interestingly, you can skip this cutscene. I was actually investigating, looking for clips. I found like at least 4 clips in this room, but none of them allow you to triple clip consistently and fast. So just to show you how many like clips you can find.
I don't know how many clips I've found, but a lot of them ended up not being useful. But yeah, Giga's having to go chase Nabbit again, and he's about to go into the cutscene with Kamek, and it'll just lead into the next somewhat big skip.
あ、ブラザーアクション覚えるためだけなんだ。
Well, okay, it's not that big of a skip, but it's saves time by cutting out one encounter and just a whole mini game.
カメック2匹いるのほんと面白いな。
Huge, but sizable.
3人に勝てるわけないだろ。
And I do like the way it looks. It's pretty funny looking. It's gonna work
funny.
similar. It's gonna work similar in mechanics to the last clip I did. So we're gonna keep Paper Mario inbounds most likely, and I'm gonna save here just in case.
There's a good chance
hi.
that the clip will fail, because since Paper Mario's gonna still be stuck in bounds, it's gonna try and
Hi.
pull the bros back in, which is not good.
ちょっと待って。
It's a
Yeah, so
restart
we-
clip.
That's something we have to account for. That, like as you saw there, where I was like hugging the wall because Paper Mario pulled us back towards him. So I had to reclip again. And now we're gonna go for a stroll here.
Yeah, and yeah, Paper Mario and the bros are doing a little bit of social distancing right now.
Yeah.
待って。ペーパーがなんか残像使ってたんだけど大丈夫？
But yeah, so the whole point of this is
あれ、ルイージどこ行ったそういえば。
Trio hammer. which he's about to get in the pretty much the next cutscene. It's very important that we get this, or else we'll.
やば、これ面白いんだけど。
A roadblock way later, but we'll kind of explain that once we get to it.
Yeah, so unfortunately, like, it would seem like it would be possible to skip Trio Hammer, because, like, it's only needed in one spot, and you can, like, clip behind where you would need it, but then the next cutscene crashes.
ペーパーマリオ張り付いてるよ。あー、飛んできた。
So, I'll point that spot out later. But yeah, we only need this for one spot, unfortunately. That would be, like, our next big break if we could skip Trio Hammer, because then we don't have to come to Desert at all.
Yep.
We got time for a couple donations as I go through the tutorial here.
You got it. $25 from Rainbow Lava saying, love to see the community coming together to donate to an amazing cause. Let's get this done. And $25 from Maggie
あ、そういうこと？
saying, we
あー、
all
すげえ。
need distraction in these difficult times, and SGDQ is
壊せないな、抜ければいいの
amazing
で。
entertainment to everybody involved. I'm really having a great time. We need to make Resident Evil 3 happen, so let's get the train get that train going.
すげえな、これ。
And I'm just gonna be running
なっとるやるがいい。
back to the village here, so
アクション覚えたので帰ります。
All right, $25 from Samwise42 saying thank you for still doing SGDQ. I can't think of a better way to spend a week working from home, and it's for a great cause. This community is awesome. Also $20 from FlyGonFly330 saying halfway done with SGDQ.
嫌いないから壊したの
Way
で。
too fast. Had to get in another donation. More bonus games, please.
So, as we get back to town, you might notice, or you might be saying, okay, yeah, there's a lot of walls, but he's exaggerating when he's saying there are no walls, right? And we're going to show you that I am not exaggerating when I say this game has no walls. But first, we're going to take a little trip with Paper Mario. And people like to say this game isn't a Paper Mario game, but I'm playing as Paper Mario right now. So I think it is a Paper Mario game.
どこ行くね
Yeah, so
Now I'm going
this,
to save and reset.
yeah, so
ー。
this
整理性入りましたね。
I believe was found by Really Tall. This just really helped break this game wide open early on, and you'll see why.
So saving moves Mario and Luigi into the room that you put them in, or I saved. And so when I attempt to exit here, it's going to put me back with Mario and Luigi. And it's going to put me out of bounds here, because I just put them out of bounds. And now,
ねえ、どっから
there
出
are
てきて
no
んの
walls. I can just run through them. So yeah, I think it has something to do with like collision being disabled with like
当たり前だなんか、何今の
depends, but yeah,
Eh?
I can just run through walls as I want. But something notably something I can't do at the moment is I can't adjust my height, so I'm stuck at whatever height I enter at. And this will matter.
え、こっから無条件
in
壁抜
a
けれ
couple
るやば
spots. But so
Eh?
let's see. I just gotta dodge these things.
If I recall correctly,
あ、もう地形無視ができるんだ。
disabled
やば、これ。
walls.
I don't actually remember. It's been a while. I don't think it does, but I could be wrong about that.
Might be things.
Because usually an encounter is like run over, so I don't really know.
待って。
So that's why I entered the loading zone to the left here, so that actually raised me in the air, so I can go here. And you'll notice I stopped running there, because if I ran into the next room, I would instantly hit a cutscene trigger, which would disable everything, so can't do that. So, and right here, I'm also running around a bunch of cutscene triggers, which is very important.
あー、もう
And
壊れ
you
ちゃっ
skip to
た、
the
このゲーム。
Gloomy Woods without hitting any cutscenes.
Yeah.
あ、抜けているうちは確かにまともだったね。
Soft lock.
こんな普通に抜けるなんて思わねえよ。もう無視すると思わんわ。
Okay, we made it past the cutscene triggers, and now we're gonna go talk to Lucky 2 here, which will disable walk-through walls. Just exit.
Yep. The only reason you do that is just so we can go up and talk
そうだね、
to
最短ルートでね、確かに。
Who's definitely there. You can see Paper Chemic and Wriggler having a nice conversation. We're just gonna run past them. Flutter's definitely here.
なんで、
Talk to him, go up here. See, he's here now. go up here.
So yeah, Giga's coming up here to get the drill ability, which will be pretty useful for a couple of clips and a very interesting glitch later.
Yeah, so you actually need either trio drill or trio grab to get to the end game. While trio grab is actually way more broken as an ability for clipping.
めっちゃ段ボール重ねてた今。
It is a bit more out of the way, and trio drill does function pretty well for clipping, and has another crux to it. So, yeah, it's our ability of choice.
その折り方紙じゃできなくない？
Some stuff near trio grab that we want to grab for that category, so we opt for trio grab in that category.
But yeah, this is going to be a pretty typical.
もうフラグが。
Except Giga, I believe, is going to be trying for an out-of-bounds clip to, I believe, skip part of the tutorial.
Yeah, I'm gonna skip part of the tutorial. It doesn't really save much time.
何今のマリオ。
Roll record attempts. So ironically, it's probably like one of the hardest tricks in the run. It only saves 5 seconds.
掘らなくても大丈夫じゃない？抜けれるし。
Hopefully I can get it here. So instead of continuing with the drill tutorial, I'm gonna try.
掘る意味ある。
bounce here.
あ、これでブラザーアクション習得するときは判定戻るのかな？ ああ、おかしいでしょうね。そうはならんやろ。
Watches us.
そうはならんやろ。
It's like, where are you going? The tutorial's
So-
over here.
The fun fact, actually, since I did that clip, my menu will be locked to the trio drill tutorial, and if I open it now, I will crash the game, so I cannot open my menu anymore. But I don't have to. All right, so we're gonna have some fun now. So if you thought this game is broken, you still haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, so these cutscenes that Giga skipped, he can abuse this and basically walk around during the cutscene, then go into a loading zone. And now he has fast forward storage. And now he's going to be
ねえねえねえ。な
another
んだそれ。
really,
はい。
really crazy
はい。
trick here with the drill, where he's just going to kind of eject out of the wall and then land out of bounds.
I call this the Sonic room just because you run through a long room with fast forward active, because you have stored the ability to use fast forward on a cutscene in normal gameplay.
It just looks so silly with the dash socks.
Yes. So this clip is a little bit of.
あれ、なんかまた悪いことしてる。
I think, am I far enough? Let me just check now. Okay. Alright, there we go.
Clip can be a little annoying sometimes, but
Yeah, that's more like an older school style type of clip where you just wiggle on the wall and hope you go in it. It's just.
yep. And you might notice that the music's still playing from the camera cutscene, so we're gonna be hearing it for a little bit.
イベントの早送りがどこでも適用状態。やば。
Gotta love some muted trumpets.
So yeah, we're just doing things. Going.
は
Yeah, you're gonna when you have fast forward storage, you can clip with the drill if you just use the drill normally. So we can use that to access this cutscene while having the party together in the drill. So what that does is like normally when you access the cutscene without being in drill, then if you leave the room, you'll just have a Luigi go really slow. So let's just get up there. Yep. And you notice like Luigi was like scared there, and it was a scare animation, so I was jumping, he would disappear. It's not like he's like in this really
どうしてこうなった？
Actually, I'm gonna save. One second.
Yeah, that'll come into play with the glitch exhibition later, but I'm not gonna completely spoil that.
Alright. So the purpose of going through the woods and looking at that cutscene was so that we can access this mission to get up to Mount Bart early.
イベント中にミニゲーム入ってさらに
I'm
悪
gonna do a similar clip to the one I did in the drill tutorial.
そういえばさっき言ってたね。イベント中の後続かなんとかって。今ミニゲームだよね。
Yeah, essentially this clip, you basically have to mimic the movement for all the bros, I believe. To
Hi.
all clipped in.
Hi.
The bros take very soft steps so that they can enter the
何これ
And so when you're in a Toad mission, I do need to go to the Mount Bart tunnel now, but because when you're in a this Toad mission, that loading zone isn't active. But there is one that is active, and that is this one for the Lakitu Center. So now that this will bring me back to loading zones. And now, I'm actually have stored the Toad mission gameplay into normal gameplay. I don't think we're just gonna clip there.
Yeah, the fact that he stored this Toad mission will become very, very important in the next about 5 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes.
そんなナチュラルに抜けちゃうかな。
But yeah, Giga's just going to be running around to the back tunnel, and you'll be seeing some stuff floating out in out in the middle.
Yeah,
なんかよしいるんだけど。
Just chilling. There's collision that. That's why. So I'm gonna need all of you to hold it with me. Hold it. I'm holding the R button. So that I look at that cutscene just to get fast forward storage back again. And we're gonna need it to clip here again.
わあ。
More drill clips.
We're gonna do clips more fast forward storage.
Yeah, and then Giga's gonna kind of teleport to the top by just kind of moving
早い早い早い早い。
position, and it'll just kind of warp them up.
Yeah, if you're just out of bounds and you go back in bounds, it'll warp you up to the inbounds area.
Okay, and this is a very interesting thing he's having to do. He's gonna have to hit these before this. He has to hit these switches in the specific order, or else the game will crash for whatever reason. And again, this is the reason why we needed the trio hammer, because if we were to try and go out of bounds and the elevator behind there, the game just really likes to crash.
Now a little bit. This clip is very unique to this run, where there's just kind of weird collision underneath the bridge. I don't know why I fell there, but
ありー。
it's pretty quick to replay.
Yeah, that's a very unique clip, to say the least.
やば。
Alright, so now we're gonna enter our first boss fight of the run, so I think I'm pretty prepared. Everyone's level 2. I have starter gear, no cards. I skipped getting cards, which is the main battle mechanic of it. So I think I'm pretty ready. Wouldn't you say so?
いや、なかなか面白いな、これ。絶対面白い、このゲーム。
You're gonna see something very interesting with the King Bob.
やってください。
Giga
いや、買えばよかったな。
is totally going to try and counterattack King Bob's attacks, and that's just how he's gonna win.
空くらい潜れるだろ。
Yeah, luckily the counterattacks do a lot of damage here. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I completely messed up.
あー、負けちゃったー。
I accidentally selected return to title screen. Oh, and we won.
So this is what we've been kind of alluding to. This is instant battle glitch. Basically, since Giga had the Toad storage, he can, when he dies in a boss battle, it
しか
basically
も
has,
背景がおかしいんだけど。
mission, so it's like, oh well, just go back and start the mission again. But there is no mission, so it basically boots him out of the fight and it just pretends like he won. So
Yeah, that was a pretty tough boss fight. There was a lot of counterattacking. It was quite the grinds, but I did a good job, I think.
But yeah,
So yeah, this is the glitch that completely destroys this run. And so if you're like, oh, I want to see him do the fights, that's what the no IBG is for. So I do run categories that actually do fights too. But
yeah. Funny enough, the actual strategy to King Bomb in no IBG is to counterattack. So
Yeah, so it's pretty. I was alluding to it a little bit, but we do actually fight King Bomb at level 2, even in no IBG. So yeah, curious in that. It is definitely a very grindy fight, though. It takes a long time.
やばいな、これ。
and you do get a lot of experience from that fight.
Yes.
こんなにキノピオいたっ
Really
け
spent several minutes leveling up in that run.
But yeah, now Giga is going to be climbing up to Neo Bowser Castle. He's going to do a few things, but he's also going to leave for like a quick minute to do some weird setups.
Yeah, I have to do a couple of things here first, and we're gonna leave. So we're just gonna enter the rooms to the right and left, and I'm gonna clear these cutscenes.
さすがにね、足元のキノピオがあれだけ叫ぶだけでもな、確かにね。
But it's faster to do so because later I'll be getting fast forward storage again, and if you have to watch a cutscene that uses fast forward, then it disables it. So
これラスダンなの
fast forward those cutscenes. So yeah, they would disable fast forward storage. So if I get rid of them now, be able to zoom later.
へえ。
Alright, so Giga is going to have to leave and he's going to
もう
have
さ、今のただ単
to
に
be careful
敵を切るために引っかかっちゃっただけなんだろうけどさ、
Yeah.
that they're actually
普
called.
通に怪しい挙動に感じてくるよね。
Okay, that's
Yeah, I gotta dodge all the. Yeah, enemy is late game, obviously on level 2, so I will get destroyed by them, so I can't really touch them.
yeah. So Giga is going to be heading back to a Lakitu center to go into a mini game, which is very strange, but there's a good reason
多
for
分
this.
ちょっと覗きに来ただけ
He does not
Yeah.
have access to this save button right now, so he needs to go to a mini game to save. So he needs to basically fail this Toad Trail mini game, and then it'll just automatically save the game for him.
What are you talking about? I just want to play a fun game and relax. Oh, I failed him.
何これ
But yeah, the whole point of doing this is just so he can retain all the trio abilities that he's gotten, because I think Giga can probably explain why this works a bit better than I can.
I mean, I think you pretty much covered it pretty well. It's essentially we were unable to save, and the only way to save is
あ、やっぱ
through
息
playing
抜きっ
arcade
て
machine.
大事だからね。
Defeat King Bomb and we get all the trio abilities. But you could tell like one of them was like kind of blanked out. I couldn't use it. So when we save, we have to keep it. Also, if we cancel the Toad mission, any other
ああ、
mission,
イベン
we
ト
lose
状
all the
態にセ
abilities
ット
we
したん
gained
だ。
through it. So
なるほどね。
we have to save to keep everything.
I mean, especially need trio playing for
や
a
っぱちょ
little
っ
later.
と下見に行ったからそろそろ行こうかなっていうやつかな。
But yeah, Giga's going to do a bit of a weird setup here. He's going to try and talk to some toads and then kind of back away. He's going to basically kind of save at a certain point here.
成
And
立
it's
した
going
な
to cause him to be able to use the trio abilities when he's talking to the toads here. And it's going to cause some outbound shenanigans here.
Yep.
え
Yeah, so when I enter Bowser's Castle while in drill, it'll displace me out of bounds above. And the only reason we just need out of bounds to pretty much do accomplish the same thing.
から出て
as
きた
trigger here.
Yeah, when he reloads the save, the toads will just instantly talk to him, but for whatever reason, they just won't talk to him when he's like standing right there before the save.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with the camera. So when I have the ability to start a cutscene, I have the ability to walk through walls if I time this right. So I tried to close, and I did get it.
あれー、おかしいな。
Text box as I entered through the loading zone, and I'll re-enable walk through walls. So yeah, there's actually like 3 different ways we know of actually walk through walls. So yeah,
え
Yeah, so
it's pretty nice.
so yeah, Giga had to go into trio grab right there just to kind of level himself back onto the ground because he was just a little too high for the loading zone there.
早いな、確かに
So。right now he's just hitting switches so he can access the second floor. And coming up is he will have to use another trio grab to get up top again, and it's kind of risky.
It should be fine if you use fast forward.
Yeah.
Also, this cutscene isn't meant to be fast forward, so you can see the buttons don't follow properly. Looks really weird.
It's very silly. But yeah, you can possibly soft lock here, but again, fast forward storage.
一直線で行けて便利ですね。
Elevator up here, and this will progress the game forward. It's actually a story trigger. We didn't actually know that. We thought that the next cutscene was a story trigger. So this was like just being able to keep fast forward storage longer. Oh, actually, I fell. Being able to keep fast forward storage longer, even just by a little bit, will save like 30 seconds. That's how good it is.
ちょっと待って。
Okay, I'm going to not fast forward here so I can make sure I dodge enemies. Okay, now we'll resume.
But yeah, you might have noticed, like, wait, the bridge wasn't solid, and wait, what?
ちょっと待って、なんか浮いてたんだ、浮いてるんだけど。
It looks like it's there, but it's not.
Yeah, you're supposed to do this whole thing where you're supposed to put the bridge pieces back together and all this, but for whatever reason,
帰宅ですね。
doing all the story cutscenes pretends that they're there, but the collision isn't.
You know, I think what it is because the bridge starts out being there and then Bowser knocks it away, so it's just there and like without the collision. I need to go down.
That's
So
possibly it.
yeah, so normally we would go to West Sunbeam Plains if we're going to a place to get the fastest toad storage, but I need to go to North Gloomy Woods because I need to store a specific mission here, and I need to I need to enter here first before I start the mission, like this area, because you'll see this mission takes place in this area also. Not a little bridge that I need to be able to walk on. And
Yeah.
I need to store this toad mission to make sure I can use plane while having toad storage. Because normally, like when you play some toad missions, they black out some of your abilities if you want to do them later.
あ、これ制限時間13分もある。
It's not black out anyone.
Yeah, so this is going to be an example of trio grab clipping here. This is probably the easiest method of clipping out, like
Yeah.
by far.
Yeah, all you have to do is just use trio grab in any of the clip spots that I've used before, and then you can really just clip easy just by rubbing against the wall, pretty much.
That's basically how a lot of the clips, like early on, were kind of discovered. It's just really rubbing up against anything with trio grab, and yeah, then we kind of realized, well, we can still clip with just like Mario and Luigi, and we don't need some of the trio abilities.
Yeah. So because, for whatever reason, because this game has this Toad mission had a timer, it's very unstable. So I absolutely cannot touch any enemies now, or I will crash the game. For whatever reason, I don't know why that happens. The other one, the other
ラグを持ったままイベント強制終了
But yeah.
This is definitely the 3DS game that I would say it probably has the most crashes
Yeah.
I'm aware of.
We're gonna show off a few.
かくれんぼ中に帰るのに。
Like it's even possible to just crash the game without even intentionally glitch the game out. I've had several boss fights just crash on me for whatever reason. Now it's time for everyone's. It's almost time for everyone's favorite boss fight, quote unquote. This fight that he's gonna be skipping was probably one of the worst fights to get around. In any of the speedruns for Paper Jam. But now it's across both categories, 80% no IBG. This fight is
Alright, yeah, that plane flying is a little tight there. I have to time my Y presses a specific way or I won't be able to fly across. And yeah, it's a good thing you actually can fly across there, otherwise you wouldn't be able to get to the other side, because as we said, the bridge isn't there.
Yep. mechanics are just absolutely
あ、
evil.
戦闘だ。
Yeah, this fight is, as Allegra mentioned, was absolutely brutal. No IBG. I'm sorry that we can skip it.
あー、避けるのミスっちゃった。負けちゃった。
Kill you off very quickly for IBG.
And don't
あれ
top right corner, they're just trying their best to enter the timer. So yeah.
I didn't know that's what they were actually doing.
なんか右上
That's what it
に
is. Like,
あ
I
るん
don't
だ
know
けど。
100%, but I assume that's what it's for.
Interesting.
Okay, just in case. And so yeah, because we didn't like if you exit the Toad mission, it still saves your progress, like story-wise. So when we defeated the Chemex, it opened the last pipe. And as I said before, the Fly Guy Flyby mission's Toad storage is very unstable. So if I entered the last stretch of the game with it, it would crash in the first cutscene. So we're gonna replace it with a more stable one without a timer now.
そんなさ、ス
This clip is a
ッて
little finicky. Yeah, just gotta like wiggle. You can wiggle and get there.
Fun fact: this is actually the first area that saw any sort of out of bounds in the game back when this game first released. So.
And yeah, you pretty much saw all of the clips of this run. We're just getting to the final gauntlet.
あ、ここまで戻ってこれま
Actually,
した。
you have to do 5 enemy fights, 3 boss fights, and then the final fight, which is a very long gauntlet. And you can see me do that no IBG if you want me to actually, you know,
いや、強そう。
survive through all the fights.
いや、でもこれくらいなら
Accidentally
大丈夫でしょ
forgot to get into the Mecha Koopa fight, so this is gonna take a while now, unfortunately.
Yeah. He wanted to get into the Mecha Koopa fight
Yeah.
so he could get down to low health, but
う。強いですね。
these enemies are about the same level as we are, so it's gonna take quite a bit of time for damage to rack up.
Yeah, this is just gonna be a little slow, but
いや
I wonder if it's
ダ
actually
メージ小さい。
faster
まだ勝てる。
to kill them if I make this mistake. But normally, I just fight the Mecha Koopas. They put me at 1 HP. But I mean, yeah, I pretty much got all the hard parts down, so
あー、やばい。
we're just cruising. So I'm okay if this is the most major mistake in the
や
run.
ばいな。負けちゃいそうだ、これは。
Yeah, it's been a very clean run through
ちょっ
and
とや
through.
ばいな。
I'll do that. Went to target a Koopa.
クリボーンが弱い、意外と。いや、3対3なら勝てるんじゃないか。あー、マリオが。
Hey, Mario is dead.
Oh no.
あー、ルイージまで。相変わらずクリボーの攻撃弱いな。クリボーには勝て
Nice luck.
る
Totally needed.
あーっと強い。
Those unnecessary luckies.
Yep.
But yeah, when it comes to it's a dog glitch, you gotta give a huge thanks to Really Tall for basically finding
いやー、強いな、さすがに。
They did a really good job destroying this game with this glitch.
Yeah, like Really Tall, Solidified Gaming.
これ。
There's so many other members of the community that contribute.
いやー、
to
こっち
this.
も強そうだ。
Everyone's
さっきのは
probably had some sort of minor contribution.
大丈夫だったけど、
or
こっちは強そうだな。
routing wise or just finding clips in general.
So there's gonna be probably even more RNG involved this time, but normally like
あ
when I
ーっと
grind、
ルイージのディフェンスが下がってしまった。
PB attempts,
あー、ルイ
there's
ー
a
ジ
little
が。
RNG in the last 5 fights, like and I PB'd on Saturday and I
さ
was
すがに
on
厳
roll
しい
back
か
in face.
あー、
The
ル
third
イー
fight,
ジ
I
が
lost in the fifth fight. Just like to show what
痛い。
what can happen another run here. Yeah, it's only really the enemy fights, the boss fights tend to be very consistent.
おっと、マリオがちょっと
Mostly
やば
because they
そうだ
just
な。
immediately
今度
one-shot you
こ
with the
そ
same attack.
負けちゃうんじゃないか。
Yeah, the next few fights will
あー、負けちゃったー。あれーつって。
Yeah. The enemies are getting stronger now, so I will die quicker.
いや、この軍勢にはやっぱり勝てない。しかも相手は遠距離攻撃を持っているぞ。
Yes. Not the best advice. And this game teaches you to dying is good.
いやー、痛い。とても痛い。
Not a very good lesson.
いや、強いな。なんと。
Yeah, we can squeeze in a bit of donations here. Unfortunately, the end of the round is a little bit
あ、
anticlimactic.
突破させてくれたみたい。おお。
Absolutely. It looks like some people have been coping with all of the clipping via pun. Keith the Greek donated $25.
平凡軍団には勝てないの。
Sounds like they're paper thin. And Yorick donated $20 and said, "We didn't know we needed this."
負け目なんて、88強っ。強っ。あ、でも通してくれたみたい。ちょっと回復してくれたんだろうな。
Also, Warius contributes $10 and says, "For my first time catching the marathon live, I felt I needed to thank everyone here for what they're doing and donate, or as they say in Limerick, for my first time on the hype train, I'll keep it simple and plain. To thank the kings of speed and help those who most need, let's
あ、でも
watch
通
the
して
games
く
and
れ
make
た
a
み
rain."
たいだな。うん。あ、みんな来た。いや、この軍勢には勝てないな。だから。いやいやいやいや。
So, yeah, you can see the boss fights here. They just immediately kill you. It's pretty straightforward. The
Are
fight
they?
is not really as much of a gimmick once you go into the actual mechanics of the fight. These guys, they have a gimmick where they can use battle cards as well, but we don't have battle cards.
いやー、やっぱ強いな。
Because they have battle cards and we don't.
お、
But
怖いな。いやー、いい。
just abuse this.
待って待って、ペーパーマリオ。ペーパーマリオ。
Yeah, and the next one is pretty gimmicky. To that point, those fights were just rematches, but now it's just the exclusive fights of this boss gauntlet, and it's
いやー、3対3だった。いや、でも、だんだん強くなってきたからな。
Yeah.
難しいな。
The gimmick here is I take away your battle cards, replace them with like random ones that hurt you and whatnot. And I was like, oh no, I lost some battle
3体は
cards.
しんどいな、あの火力で。
Actually have them.
yeah, this fight is just mainly just counterattack, and then they'll never.
いやー、ゼロしか入んない。
They won't normally attack you outside of these very gimmicky moves. But as long as you dodge them normally, then that's just how that fight rolls.
今、ウォンって言ったな、この子。
Yeah, I'm just boomerang for fun there. I don't actually have to do anything. I just have to wait.
あれー。
So I'm just gonna die.
でも優しいな。
So it's time for the best part of the gauntlet.
Yeah, we got the final boss coming up. And to everyone's surprise, it's Bowser.
Wait, it's not Wart?
It's actually two Bowsers.
サボッセンか
That's
な。
even better.
やっぱいかにもって感じですかね。やっぱボスかな。
But yeah, this fight will. Well, you'll see. It's gonna be. It's a treat.
あ、いいね、この構図。
Normally it's two phases.
最高だね、これ。
What are you talking about? I thought this was the first Mario Luigi game with only one phase boss fight.
いいな、これ。
Really?
Yeah, let me show you.
Maybe I'm thinking of Dream Team.
なんとクッパみたい。いやいやいやいや、強っ。でもさっきの見ちゃうとなんか意外と普通だなーぐらいの。
Oh crap. Wonder what that means. Isn't this attack a little
あー、
overkill?
負けちゃっ
They're already
た
Yeah, exactly. See, there's no phase
ー。
two.
あれー。やっぱ優しいな。
That Bowser wearing nothing.
確かにね。
That's definitely not
めっちゃ下切りされてたね。
So yeah, that's the last fight. We just have about a minute of text.
いや、でもこのクッパマジで可愛い、ペラペラクッ
So
パ
yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed this run. I really think it's really fun to show off how broken this game is. And if we meant the glitch incentive, which I don't know if we actually did,
確かになんか強い形態だったね。
things to show off.
Yes, so it looks like the glitch incentive was met.
Cool.
あららららららららららら。
There's more. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's about yeah. The game will fade out to black after everyone leaves here, and that's time. So, a second. And time.
sick.
はい。
So yeah, that was a mostly clean run. Sorry, I
Stack
took so
roll
long
で
to die at the end because
タイムみたい
we were
です
only
ね。
supposed to do another fight to
はい。
go down to 1
グ
HP.
ッドゲームでし
So
た。
happens faster.
うん
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess I'll switch over to the glitch incentive now.
そういえば一度もペラペラルイージ出てこないと終わったね。はい。で、これで終わったんですが、微糖の方でグリッチエキシビションが達成されてますので、ここからグリッチがあると思うんだけど、あ、システムセット。
The glitches that I want to show off.
Yeah, so this first glitch that Giga is going to show off is basically happens right after the credits. I mean, we would normally let the
今リスト
credits
はして
roll,
るデータ
but
が
credits take
グリ
way
ッチエ
too
キシ
long
ビションの
to
ため
be
の
fast.
データ
So
を
just
見込んだのかな。
restoring his save right here is just going to be quite a bit faster here.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
just show
すごい
like
ね。
an actual continuation of the credits because
濃い1時間だったわ、本当に。
interesting, but yeah, we want to make sure everything's flowing in a timely manner. So this will be a direct result of like if I just play out the credits there. So now mysteriously
すでにおかしい。
So gotta make sure I can back down here. There we go.
どっから出てきた今、降ってこなかった
I was gonna say, did you guys know there's a post game in this game? So yeah, this is actually saved past the point of the final boss here. So you might be asking, what happens when I go back to the final boss? And it may not be so surprising to you, but we'll show you here. And I still have the stored ability to slide right now. And you saw actually, I don't think I mentioned it, but it's just a small time save, like sliding into cutscenes. While I have the ability to do so.
ああ、そういうこと。キノピオレス
Yeah,
キューの
this is going to be very
最中
typical
扱いだったが、リスポン地点がバグってた。
post-game
Yep. So as you can see, the platform
あれ
game crashes. When you
エラ
exit
落
it.
ち。
Classic paper jam.
Yep. So now we're gonna open another file, which will have the next two things to show off.
「セーブデータのバックアップどんだけあんの?」って。
Annoyingly,
本当に壊しててきた。
save files. I believe that's the case for all the Mario RPGs on 3DS. So just always have to use these backup saves.
Yeah. Alright, so next we're going to show off a trick that's usually done in no RPG, and it looks insane, and it goes by really fast, so I'm going to let it take over the commentary.
はい、相変わらず
So hopefully
スタート
I
位置が
don't
ね
close a little bit of a tight window. So, gonna go for it.
Yeah. Okay, so Giga has basically done some walk-through walls shenanigans, set
Eh?
this up, and now he's going to
イベント中に動ける。
activate paper plane, but he's gonna follow the story trigger right there. But he's also going to touch the elevator. He's gonna cause some weird stuff. He's gonna try to do,
何今の
tutorial abilities.
I was a little bit slow there. Actually, I think I was early because I have to switch over to plane as the elevator is rising there, so it's a little bit tight. And activate plane at the same time.
Yeah, so
いや、や
basically,
ばおい
he's。trying to activate plane once the elevator rises up, because for whatever reason the game just
だから
doesn't have access to that. And this will basically allow for us to skip the mechanic fight that we were kind of alluding to at the end of the 80% run. So
Still.
yeah, this is probably one
Practice
of
was
the
first try every time, but.
多分今、ふわーしてるときに何かしたいんだろうけど、多分失敗してるのか
yeah,
な
this is
Oh, rolled
this is
wrong.
pretty tricky. I think this is probably the hardest trick.
いうか、
It's
与えちゃった
the stuff that doesn't involve clipping.
Yeah, and all of this is just to essentially get out of bounds in the next room. Because
もうお
even
腹いっ
though
ぱいなんだ
despite
が。
there being a lot of clip spots throughout the
まだ壊し足りないんじゃないかな。
the run, like the chemic area has no spots to clip in.
Sadly.
You know?
多分、ふわーしてるときに何か成功させたら逆にエラー落ちするようになるんじゃないかな。
I think I got it there. Yep. Alright, nice.
あ。エラー落ちとかじゃなかった。場所がずれてんだ、すでに。
Run around, go in the back here, and yeah, you can just go through the final area. Now you'll see here the pipe isn't actually loaded here, and that's the reason we can't do this in any percent, otherwise it would be faster if the pipe did load there. So now we're sending it to the last part of the glitch demonstration.
Yeah, this is going back to something we briefly saw in Gloomy Woods, involving some cutscene shenanigans with basically sprite values. But he's going to be doing
スッと降りないで。
probably one of the older clips that we used to use in the runs with trio grab. But yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, this game can be a little jank sometimes, but that's okay.
Yeah.
So
Like
now
even
you
if
see,
you're not trying to glitch.
yeah. So this cutscene you saw in the run, we saw in jail form. This cutscene is not supposed to have the Marios in it, so you can see they're not really respecting Luigi's personal space. They're not practicing social distancing. You shouldn't do this. So, and you saw a little bit in the any percent run. You'll see Luigi's scared, so he kind of disappears when I'm running and jumping. So I'm just gonna enter a trio grab here, and you're gonna see some interesting results. So now, if I cancel trio grab, you'll see Luigi's not feeling too well. He looks a little bit like Mario. So yeah, he actually transformed into Mario. You can see
ちょっと待って
back and forth. He's stuck in the animation of Mario talking, and I think it has to do with the cutscene that's in this room with Mario talking. So yeah, it looks really silly, but we're not done yet. I can see Luigi's back when I use trio grab. We're gonna go for a little bit of a stroll. Alright, when we cancel here, Luigi is having a little change of hearts. He's now playing for the enemies as a Goomba. I think if you saw him earlier in the run, there's a tutorial here. Goombas, I think
嘘だろ
with why he transforms into a Goomba.
やっぱクリボーと和解ルートを出た外来た
Cancel trio grab, and the game crashed. So Yeah, that's Marley.
エラー
Thank
落
you
ち
for
した
joining.
ね。
I hope you all enjoyed. And yeah, I'll definitely be doing more attempts of this in the future on my Twitch at twitch.tv/GigaDB. And yeah, I'll run this in the YBG. I definitely recommend checking out both categories. They're fun, and I also think that this run's pretty easy to get into. Any percent run. So we have a minor Discord that everyone can enter and ask for help.
壊れないように壊す。
That's about it. Thank you all for having us.
面白かった。はい、お疲れ様でした。もう、バグだらけでもう、本当にお腹いっぱいになりましたね。はい、といったわけで、ここで司会進行の方、私、メリはここで終わりとなります。では、マリオ&ルイージ RPG ペーパーマリオ MIX2%、楽しかったですね。はい。では、続いてのゲームの準備の方にありますので失礼いたします。
And some love is coming in for the Resident Evil 3 incentive that we're going to have a little bit later today if we raise enough money for it. Puzzlebox donated $10, saying, I'll take 2 tickets for the Resident Evil 3 hype train. Mikhail's already saving my seat. I can't leave him hanging.
こんばんは。声入ってますか？大丈夫ですか？
And his wonderful house of prizes sent. Take it away.
はい。では、こちらからですね、司会進行を UFO でお届けいたします。